602. Well, Santa Barbara residents know that water is a precious resource, but as long as water flows through our taps, we don't actually think about the intricate process it takes to get there. Up next, Channel 18's Dominic Blocker takes us to the source and shows us a critical link in our water system.
As we start our day and turn on the faucet to brush our teeth or make our morning coffee, or as we water our lawns in the evening, there is one critical component that we probably don't put much thought into: our water supply. On the South Coast, approximately 80% of our water comes from Cahuma Lake, and getting that water to our homes and businesses is no easy task. When you consider that everything from municipalities to agriculture to the environment and endangered species are dependent upon that same water for survival, it's hard to imagine such seemingly divergent priorities can all be met. That's where the Cahuma Operation and Maintenance Board comes into the picture. For years, this agency has made sure that the water supply meets everyone's daily needs.
The Cahuma Operation and Maintenance Board, or we call it COME, was established in 1956. And it's what we call a joint powers agency, and we have 5 water districts that sit on our board of directors.
The 5 districts that make up the agency, the City of Santa Barbara, the Montecito Water District, Carpinteria Water District, Goleta Water District, and the San Ynez River Water Conservation District, Improvement District Number 1, have entitlement to the water in Cahuma Lake, and they share in the cost of the operation and maintenance of the facilities.
The Bureau of Reclamation built the Cahuma project, and they established the Operation and Maintenance Board, which is COME, and we operate and maintain all of the facilities except for Bradbury Dam, from Lake Cahuma, a tunnel that goes through the mountains called Tecolote Tunnel, and all of the South Coast facilities, which is the South Coast conduit that goes from Goleta all the way to Carpinteria. It's about 26 miles. So it's an essential water supply pipeline, and each of the member agencies plug into that system, and water goes into their own distribution system to provide water to the residents of Santa Barbara County.
With over 200 structures and 4 balancing reservoirs to keep up, along with meeting the needs of multiple interested parties, a collaborative effort is crucial.
COME represents an excellent example of how agencies can work together effectively, and the board is made up of representatives from each of the participating agencies. So elected representatives are appointed by the electing boards to be the representative to COME and to represent COME's interests on that board. And it works really well. It's a really nice way to work together to manage the funding and operation of this facility in all of our best interests.
We have to have the support, obviously, of our member agencies. It's a completely cooperative venture. By its nature, it's integrated with all the water systems on the South Coast.
And beyond the 5 member agencies, COME also works with the federal government, which operates Bradbury Dam, as well as the state government.
The other water that comes into Lake Cahuma is from the State Water Project. That, too, is delivered through the Cahuma Project facilities. So not only do we deliver water from Lake Cahuma, we also deliver water from the State Water Project. So these facilities are essential for the operations and cooperative effort on the part of all of our member agencies.
That effort has helped to maintain the Tecolote Tunnel, the South Coast Conduit Pipeline, flow control valves, and more for over 50 years. But as any structure ages, there is only so much maintenance that can be done before replacements and retrofits are needed. For many COME facilities, that time has come.
The infrastructure is really aging. We can no longer really guarantee that we can continue to deliver water reliably without doing some substantial capital improvement work. So instead of just straight O&M, we are moving into a new phase for COME, which is to provide upgrades to the system through a series of capital improvement projects.
One of those upcoming capital improvement projects will take place here in Santa Barbara. Not only will the project replace a damaged section of the South Coast conduit, but COME is also working with the city to incorporate improved passage for the endangered steelhead trout. As the Cahuma Operation and Maintenance Board moves into the future, Projects like these, along with the continued upkeep of the system, will ensure that everyone's needs are valued and fulfilled.
In the past, over the beginning of the project, it was really straight, let's deliver the water, the supply, and it was much more narrow in focus than it is now. But the duties and responsibilities that are critical to being able to meet all these various needs and balance all of the requirements. And water is scarce. We don't get much water in this region. So I think we do have a success story. We work well together with our member agencies. We have very good relationship with the Bureau of Reclamation. We have good relationship on state level and with our local politicians and legislators and board members. And I do think we have been very successful in achieving that.
Even though it's not owned or operated by any of our individual local governments, it's just as critical to our infrastructure and to the delivery of water as any of our own distribution systems or any of our own treatment plants, because it serves as the critical link between the water supply and the residents. And so the operation and maintenance of the Cahuma facilities, the effective operation and maintenance of those facilities is really critical to us, and I believe that Cahuma does a nice job in seeing that that occurs.
That operation is what ultimately enables us to wake up and brush our teeth each morning and enjoy the beautifully watered parks and gardens around town, an environment which, without water, would be drastically different.
Without Cahuma, without the reservoir, we would have significantly less water. It's our primary source of water for all of the South Coast. So it represents 60 to 70% of our water supply. So we'd be looking at a very different landscape, a very different climate.
For more information on Cahuma, visit their website. That's cahuma-board.org.